You're live. Yay! Hi, welcome to the Dev Diaries of Calling Tiger Media. I'm Wayne, and Calling Tiger Media is basically my platform, my business to create and promote original sci-fi content, videos, stories. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you good stories set in a sci-fi universe. Now, if you haven't done so already, why not pick up Broken Ceasefire, available on the Amazon bookstore, coming to Google and Apple Books very soon, as well as the sequel. Now, the sequel has been in the works for a blinking long time, 4 to 5 years, in fact. But it's now ready. It's at the publishers and will be available later this year. So do check out my website, wayneblinko.com, for more information. So, what have I been up to behind the scenes? Now, initially, I started off doing stop motion animation, but that was very time consuming. I got reasonably okay at it. I could put together something of intrigue, but I found it a little bit too time consuming. So I thought that I would try and learn Unreal Engine, and I've made a little bit of progress with Unreal, but what I've decided to do now is to start to learn how to use Blender. I feel Blender is a better platform for me to make the videos, and just it's going reasonably well, and I've got a couple of things off the Blender market. So I've got in place now things that hopefully will mean in about 6 months' time, I'm not talking next week, although I'd love it to be next week, I'll be able to have something that looks like it belongs on TV. So that's obviously the aim of the channel. But in the meantime, what have I been doing? Well, I've been coming up with short stories and stuff set in the Prycon universe. So everything that I'm doing at the moment is all episodic. So the short videos that go out are all connected. They're back-to-back episodes of what's going on. The longer format videos are more detailed stories about characters and situations that are happening within the Prycon universe. So at the moment, the most recent one has been Nanus. And Nanus is a bounty hunter who I will be coming up with a lot more stories of intrigue with him, because we've only really scratched the surface. So what's happened so far is just an introduction to Nanus, and we'll find out more details about his background, his history, and what he does after capturing Dansky. Dansky will remain the main villain for the short stories for the meantime. That is possibly going to change as the story evolves. Now, I have got a few ideas on where that's going, but what I will say is, if a character, I'm going to make it quite obvious that a character has been killed off and is not returning. I think something that people have kind of fallen into a trap of is reoccurring and undeading characters. I mean, if a character passes away in the series, then he or she should pass away. Having said that, one of the characters does return from Broken Ceasefire into the sequel, and I'll leave it up to you to find out what happens to them when they return, whether or not they stick around. They may or may not. Because it's become a bit of a cliche, hasn't it? How many times do you see a character that is totally and utterly no longer of this world or universe, only to come back in one way or another later on down the road? Now, this is something that Marvel, I think, are going to be struggling with the multiverse that they've created. Sounds like a good idea, but you lose the sense of suspense. You lose that sense of danger. That, if you know, like Doctor Who, pretty much now there's no risk to the character, because he's just going to regenerate and regenerate and regenerate. At the time when there was only 13 regenerations, you knew sooner or later they were going to run out. Now what they've done is they've just given him forever life. He's forever going to just regenerate, and that takes away the element of danger. And it does, because you want there to be risk. You want things to feel like they matter, that they have some weight to it. So that's why I've made a conscious decision going forward with the stories and the books, that if a character does get nominated to no longer be in the books, shall we say, I'm not sure exactly what you can or can't say on YouTube. It's a very strange platform. Then that's it. That's final. Those risks, they've either pulled off or they haven't, and the character will either win or lose. But that's it. There's no more second chances unless there's a really good reason for it. So trying to do away with the plot armor that certain characters seem to have. This was something that I think was really prevalent in the Ahsoka show, where I forget the character's name, but anyway, she gets stabbed by a lightsaber and is able to survive that, which makes you feel sorry for Qui-Gon, doesn't it? I mean, poor bloke. He gets stabbed once and that's it. It's over with. Everybody else since then can be stabbed multiple times, but never mind. Anyway, back to this channel, back to the update. So I'm trying to get into a routine of releasing videos Mondays and Fridays, with a full story released on a Wednesday. And this is proving to be a challenge, but it's an enjoyable challenge because I have an idea on where all of these characters are going and what's going to happen. And like you, I'm along for the ride to see where they end up and how it does all pan out. Will there be a sustained peace in the Oblast system? Will Sylvanas remain a member of the colonies? The United Colonies. Will that survive? I know where all this is going, and how it's going to get there is another thing, because I don't tend to plan too much out. A little bit of a pantser when it comes to the writing. So that basically means that I just sit in front of a screen like I am now and tap away, and hopefully come up with something worth watching or reading. So, I know what some people might be a little bit skeptical of is the use of AI. And for me, AI is there. It's already out of the box. So as a creator, I feel that we've got to use it to our advantage. It cannot take over what we are doing, but we need to use it to our advantage. And that has been helps with writer's block, for example. You can write in a situation where you're stuck and it can give you ideas, which can then give you natural ideas. So it might say, for argument's sake, the hedgehog wants to cross the road but can't. And you could be stuck as to why can't the hedgehog cross the road. So you tap in AI and it could say something when it's a busy road for a start. Yeah, okay, I hadn't thought about that. But then you think, well, okay, when won't it be busy? When you can question it. So it's useful on that. But if to use AI to generate a complete script and just think, yeah, there you go, they have that. No, I'm not up for that at all. So everything that I do, even if it has been labelled as AI created, the context, the script will be my ideas, my input, but I use the AI for some of the visuals or some music, or particularly the voices, because there's only so many voices I can do before you realise it's me. And some of them might not want to listen to me. So yeah, I mean, I use the AI mainly for the character voices and music and sound effects, because it's supposed to be royalty-free music. Now, I say supposed to be because it has flagged up on TikTok, for example. One of the AI music that was being used got flagged up as being copyright protected. Can't use it. You think, well, how? I've paid money for this to be royalty-free, and you're telling me that it's not. So that's been a bit of a pain. But yeah, don't be alarmed or afraid. I'm not putting a prompt into the AI and saying, give me a story about this. Oh, thank you very much. That'll do, with the voice. Thank you very much. That'll do. And publishing it. I review the scripts and I change them because I want it to be my story with the help of AI. And so AI can be like a little parrot on the shoulder to say, do you know what, Wayne, that doesn't quite make sense. Does it not? No. Okay, right. Well, we can change that then. And also your feedback as well. Please give me your feedback on the videos, so that I know where I'm going right, what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. So don't be afraid to leave me positive, constructive criticism. Don't just say, oh, I didn't like it because it's rubbish. Why was it rubbish? That doesn't just didn't like it. Doesn't help me. And I want to grow the channel. I want the stories to be as engaging as they can be, and I want them to entertain you. So tell me what I can or can't do, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, to entertain you. And also what I might start doing as well, I've just had a thought, we put out a poll once a week, for either give me a character name, character location, or a story idea. So I'll put the poll, I will try and do a poll once a week, starting from today, for your feedback as well. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm learning the Blender. I've got an idea. So the episode 2 of the Salamander, to be honest, has probably been a bit delayed because I'm not quite ready with everything that I want to do with that yet. I am still learning. I could probably put together the first 2 or 3 minutes of that episode. But as I say, it's not quite ready. I'm not quite ready with it. So I'm going to carry on doing that. In the meantime, please enjoy the shorts that go out on Mondays and Fridays, and give me feedback on the longer format videos, because the longer format videos will generate the stories. And for example, what's happening with Nanas, the bounty hunter. I've got so many other ideas for him and where his story is going as well. Dansky is still a little bit not sure. Is he going to come out of prison? Will he testify? There's a lot of questions going on there. And on Wednesday's episode, we're going to be introduced to a new character with his own story, and that is Senator Jackson. So stay tuned. And as I say, leave me comments. I will try and reply to all of them. I say try because work is a bit busy, but no, I will do my best. I'll do my absolute best to read your comments, give me your feedback, and let's grow this little community together. And hopefully, you give me some story ideas. We can tell stories that we find interesting and appealing, and quite simply tell Hollywood where they're going wrong. Let's have some fun. Let's have some engaging characters without necessarily a message being beaten about our heads and ears. That's a video for another story, another day, I think. Anyway, this was just literally a catch up to let you know that I am still here creating some videos. I do appreciate your support, and thank you so much. I'll be back very soon with some more videos. Well, video's going to go out Monday, video Wednesday, video Thursday, Friday. I'll try and do a live again in the next week or so, and apologies for not doing one sooner. Take care of yourself. I'll be back very soon. See ya.